What up, YouTube? It's NoChainzz, and I am back for another commentary, and we are back for another episode of my Cincinnati Bengals Connected franchise. I keep almost calling it Connected Coach mode, but I guess it's a franchise mode with the head coach, David Shaw. Here are a look at our season stats so far through 2 games. We are 1-1, and going into week 3, we are facing off against the Green Bay Packers now. AJ Green hasn't been all that efficient, but that's partially due to Andy Dalton not really letting the offense loose, I guess you could say, not really making use of all his weapons. We're really depending on short passes and the run game. But we are facing off against the Packers at home in front of our Cincinnati crowd, and trust me, we have a great one for them here today. And we are going up against head coach Mike McCarthy with a very good record as a head coach, and David Shaw could definitely pick up some things from him as a head coach, and maybe that'll help him. I mean, you know that the NFL is a copycat league. Maybe we see what the Packers have success with in this game, and then we take it from them and implement it in our own way to our team. And let's see how this game will go. Aaron Rodgers, being the great quarterback that he is not off to a great start this season. High completion percentage, but hasn't thrown many touchdowns, only 2 so far. But anyway, we are underway here at Paul Brown Stadium. Aaron Rodgers shrugs off the tackle of Geno Atkinson, throws an interception, and Darqueze Dennard will catch an interception. And I swear this guy wearing number 31 is like EJ Gaines reincarnated in this PS4 version of the franchise, man. I'm telling you, I see so much of EJ Gaines in him. And if you're watching this video and you're not a subscriber, you won't understand. I'm not talking about the real life EJ Gaines. I'm talking about the EJ Gaines I had in my previous franchise I had in Madden 25. But BJ Raji will bring down Andy Dalton for a sack, and then we will go to Tyler Eifert in the end zone, and he will drop the ball, so we will settle for a Mike Nugent field goal. So that gives Aaron Rodgers and this offense a chance to redeem themselves after turning the ball over early. So first down and 10, Aaron Rodgers is going to complete this pass to Randall Cobb for about a gain of 10 yards that time. Second down and 8. Aaron Rodgers sees Jordy Nelson on the comeback route and Darqueze Dennard for the second time in the first quarter. So that gives Andy Dalton and his offense a chance to actually get a touchdown. And we're going to hit Mohamed Sanu. He tries to hurdle, but will be brought down by Tramon Williams that time. First down and 10. We're going play action. Andy Dalton will get AJ Green. That was almost an interception right back, but still we face third down and long. And then Andy Dalton will be hit, and we will settle for another Mike Nugent field goal. So the Bengals are not hurting the Packers how they should be once they get these early takeaways. So let's see what we can do on defense as Vincent Ray will bring down Aaron Rodgers for a sack. So third down and 7 coming up. Aaron Rodgers will throw this one to Adams. I'm not sure who that is. Forgive me for that. First down and 10 for Aaron Rodgers now. He's going to go to the right side of the field, and Jordy Nelson takes 2 hits on the play, but still holds on to the catch for a new set of downs for the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers rolling out to the right side. Going to go to EJ Gaines. Oh, you see that? I almost called him EJ Gaines. Darqueze Dennard and Darqueze Dennard for the 3rd time in 1 quarter. And let me just talk about that for a second. These sliders, I catch a lot of interception on these sliders, but that does not affect how the game goes. They are still very good games. It's a little bit unrealistic that Aaron Rodgers, of course, threw 3 interceptions in the first quarter. Nonetheless, they were caught by the same player. But you see Andy Dalton turns it right back over and gives him the ball back, and we still only lead by 6. So while the stat with 3 interceptions is a little bit unrealistic, I will still work on it, but it still does not affect how good the games are, because you see in the first 2 weeks we won by, I believe, 4 points and then 3 points. So these games are still great. But for any of you slider junkies out there, my interception number is only at 20, but after this game I lowered it down to 15 and see how that will affect it, because it is a little bit unrealistic. But it's all about how you finish in this game. As you see, they're almost ready to take the lead here, but it's all about how you finish. Let's see how good Aaron Rodgers can finish this game. And one more thing before I talk about the game again. Well, we get to stop right there. They settle for a Mason Crosby field goal, but these sliders, they are balanced though. I catch a lot of interceptions, and then I get beat in coverage a lot. So it's like whenever we play good coverage, we get rewarded, you know, with a sack or an interception. So I don't want to change them too much because I do like these sliders. But back to the game. We are under 2 minutes, and Andy Dalton will go down for the 2nd time in 3 weeks, bringing in AJ McCarron. So let's see if he can have a better start to this game, or his stint in this game, than last time, because last time he started it off with an interception. So he gets a nice screen pass, but on 2nd down and 10, AJ McCarron's rolling all the way out to the right side, and then we'll throw an interception to Clinton Dix, and then they will just sit on the ball and take it in halftime with about 47 seconds left. So we could have extended our lead, but we failed to do so. Andy Dalton went out. He's so fragile these days. Our offensive line isn't even protecting him very well. And then AJ McCarron just can't adjust to the speed of the game. And like I mentioned in the first episode of this series, the first week, I'm a little bit sad that he threw an interception in each of the 2 times that he got in, and that's just sad. And then Andy Dalton comes back in and throws an interception to Clinton Dix again. So he has 2 interceptions. Darqueze Dennard has 3, so maybe Clinton Dix will catch up with him. But anyway, this is just a very sloppy game on both sides of the ball. Both defenses playing very, very well, getting a lot of takeaways, but we allow the first touchdown of the game as Aaron Rodgers will take the hit and still fire in a strike to Randall Cobb, and he will take the lead for the Green Bay Packers. So the Bengals have to respond now. Andy Dalton's back to pass, going to find AJ Green for a nice little pickup there over the middle. So 1st down and 10, we're going to go draw a play to Jeremy Hill, and he will pick up a 1st down. Only 9 rushes today. Maybe we should establish the run a little bit more. And then AJ Green beats the coverage, but there goes Andy Dalton with his inaccurate deep ball. He misses him wide open in the end zone. Andy Dalton's going to fire in a nice pass to Marvin Jones, and he gets the diving 8-yard reception. Then we're going to go to AJ Green in the end zone on the slant route, and he will regain the lead for the Cincinnati Bengals. It's looking like both of these offenses are picking it up here in the 3rd quarter. They finally learned that they can't turn the ball over if they want to win. So, like I said, both offenses playing a little bit more efficiently here in the 2nd half. So, here's Aaron Rodgers finding Bostic for a gain of 11 that time and a new set of downs. So 1st down and 10, they're going to go to Randall Cobb this time, and he was almost out. If he had beat the tackle of the hall monitor, he would have been in there for a touchdown. So 3rd down and 3, they have to get this if they want to get more than a field goal, and they do not, and they will settle for a Mason Crosby field goal. So now the teams are both knotted up at 13 points apiece. So Andy Dalton's going to throw this one on the right side to AJ Green. He beats the coverage once again, and he's been beating the coverage all day. It's just that Andy Dalton can't find him for the most part because he's always under pressure. There he's under pressure again. Gonna throw an interception to Casey Hayward. So that is his 3rd interception thrown on the day. So Andy Dalton and AJ McCarron both throwing interceptions. So that's 4 interceptions caught by this Packers defense. And there's Danielle Manning stopping Eddie Lacy. Very good open field tackle, beating him before he could get to the 1st down marker. Then on 3rd down and inches, we will get the stop. We blitz up the middle, and that stops Eddie Lacy from picking up a 1st down for his team. Then we had the ball nearly in field goal range. 3rd down and 3. We're going to hand it off to James Wilder Jr., who has just been great for us this year so far. So 2nd down and 8, we're going to hand it off to Jeremy Hill this time. He picks up about 5 yards that time. 3rd down and 3, we're going to go to him again. He can't cut it all the way to the left and pick up a 1st down. So we will try for a Mike Nugent field goal. Let's see if we can get the lead late, and he will nail it right through the middle. 16-13 is now the score. Cincinnati Bengals are the leaders in this game right now. So the Packers still have 3 minutes left to get a touchdown or tie the game with Mason Crosby. Let's see what they can do. We get a sack fumble by Robert Gaithers, but it will be recovered by an offensive lineman. He will actually take it up for a couple of yards. So 2nd down to 15, not as bad as it could have been for the Packers. Then they're going to hit Jordy Nelson over the middle for a nice gain of 12 yards. So 3rd down and 3, we're going to blitz up the middle because we're thinking run, and Ray Maluga will bring him down. Interesting decision by the Packers here to punt. They do have 3 timeouts. Coach Mike McCarthy is confident that his defense can get a stop. After all, we've only scored 1 touchdown all day. So 2nd down and 7, we're just trying to run this clock out. James Wilder Jr. will be stopped. We're going to pass for this 1st down because we want to run this clock out. Andy Dalton under pressure has an open Tyler Eifert, and they will use their final timeout. So that will seal the game for the Cincinnati Bengals, 2nd week straight where the Bengals have been able to get a clutch reception on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Andy Dalton played well on that play. I was trying to say like a longer amount of time, but he really only played well that play. Other than that, he played pretty bad today. The good thing about it is Aaron Rodgers had a very rare bad day with him. If he had not, we would not have won that game. Think about it. Off the 2 early turnovers, we got 6 points. If we had not gotten those points, we would have lost the game. Look at the difference in the totals are just 3 points. So Jeremy Hill had a solid game. James Wilder Jr. and him both combined for 100 yards exactly. That's sort of weird to me. But what was interesting to me was even after the abysmal first quarter by Aaron Rodgers, which is very rare, they continued to pass it, and he actually did show them why, because he didn't turn it over again after the first quarter. He could have. He had a fumble when he got blindsided, but as far as turning it over by throwing the ball, he didn't do that. He was pretty efficient outside of the 3 interceptions. If you add 3 completions instead of 3 interceptions to his total, he would have had a great day. He didn't really lead his team, really, though. He didn't tear apart our defense, and that's because our defense is good. I mean, we have a good front 7 and a good secondary, along with Darquez and Nard, who played well tackling as well, had 5 tackles, but that was such a sloppy game. So we're going to the practice field. The defense gets the day off because our offense was terrible, our defense was great. So we're in the practice field. You get a great play by AJ Green. He's practicing because he hasn't really been efficient, really at all this season, because he's been blanketed, but we really need him to find a way to beat the coverage and put up those star wide receiver numbers that we're used to seeing him put up. But anyway, like I said, this win versus the Packers was a very ugly win, but I'll take an ugly win over a pretty loss any day. I think those are the words of Mike Tomlin or something, but it's true anyway. But I'm very sad for AJ McCarron once again, because for his second time coming in the game, he threw another interception. So I'm just sad for him. So yeah, anyway, that's all I have for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later.